Well, good evening, all 34th District viewers. Welcome back to the second round action. This is our first game of tonight. We're also hosting Dixie and St. Henry. Tonight, we have first on the slate, Lloyd Memorial, Lloyd Juggernauts versus the Villa Madonna Vikings. Villa played on Monday night. We also hosted that game, a close game against Ludlow. It was a great game. As you notice, my partner's not here right now. Quent is coming back from baseball practice, a busy man as always. So a little preview for this game. Villa actually shot really well from all facets, 43% from the three and 47% from the field goal line. So they're looking to keep up that continued, and Henry Thole, with 38 points in Monday's night matchup, has to provide a huge game against the Lloyd Juggernauts. And that nickname's fitting because they have two powerhouses in Jeremiah Israel and Elijah Walker, or EJ Walker, that both were all conference in D2. So we'll be back in about a couple minutes for the starting lineups, and national anthem, and we'll get you started on this game.
Competition relations with all schools. St. Henry would like to remind you that the Kentucky High School Athletic Association promotes good sportsmanship on the field of play and in the stands. We ask that you, students, fans, and parents, encourage the student athletes to spirit of good sportsmanship and friendly competition during the game. We also ask you please refrain from making any derogatory comments for the athletes, coaches, or officials participating in this competition. Failure to do so could result in removal of tonight's game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. Henry District High School. Welcome to tonight's KHSAA District 34 semifinal between the Villa Madonna Vikings and the Lloyd Memorial Juggernauts. Now here are lineups for today's game. First, we the visitors, the Villa Madonna Vikings. At guard is senior number 1, Joey Case. At guard is junior number 3, Tommy Wing. At forward, junior number 5, Adam Brandstetter. At forward, sophomore number 40, Aiden Day. And at center, junior number 32, Henry Cole. Like a quick for the Wood, assisted by Tony Fields, James Meyer, and Kevin O'Day. And now the home team, the Lloyd Memorial Juggernauts. At guard, sophomore number 1, Elijah Collins. At guard, sophomore number 3, Isaiah Sebastian. At guard, senior number 5, Jeremiah Israel. At forward, sophomore number 4, EJ Walker. And at forward, senior number 34, Joe Cooley. Juggernauts are good for Mike Walker, assisted by Eric Campbell, under his blending, the Witherspoon. The officials were in the game under this pledge is signed according to procedures adopted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. Your officials for this evening are Michael Stokes, April Simmons, and Max Edwards.
All right, well, Quent's still getting back. We got Thole and Walker tipping it off. Tip goes to Lloyd. Sebastian with the ball, passes to Walker. Expecting a fast-paced game from Lloyd today. Cooley gets the ball, fumbles it a little, but Israel's right on the tail there, and a foul will be called on Brandstetter. As I mentioned before, Villa's gonna have to pull out a miracle to win this game. They lost to Lloyd in the regular season, 62-28. Here's Israel at the line. He'll make his first for the first points of the game. This is the second rebound by Thole. This Villa team had an amazing night, as I mentioned before. They went almost 50% from three and pulled off an upset against the Ludlow Panthers, sending them home, and Villa to the second round. It's Case. Thole guarded by Israel. Case guarded by Walker. A bit of a height mismatch there, as we got Quent Bolton coming up the stands. Ooh, nasty block by Walker. That's winning. He passes out to Day. Quent, how we doing tonight?
Pretty good. Just got let out of baseball practice. Sorry, everybody, that I'm late. I got here as quick as I could.
Couldn't be a St. Henry broadcast without Quent Bolton, ladies and gentlemen.
I was hustling.
As we have our first sub of the night, that's Israel going out for number 10. That's Anthony Blacker. Day with the ball. I was just telling our audience, Quent, about how Villa pulled off a kind of miraculous upset, almost shooting 50% from three, and Henry Thole having 38 points in that game.
Yeah, amazing upset from Villa, and they're going to need another miracle here tonight if they want to beat the Lloyd Juggernauts.
Yeah, that's 2 blocks already for the Juggernauts, as Day pulls up and hits his first three.
Well, we saw Villa again in that Ludlow game hit 4 threes in the first quarter, and that's really what propelled them to the win. So we'll see if Villa's able to do that here tonight as well.
Boxer kick it out to Blacker, and he responds. It's 4-3. Thole gets trapped up at the top. Case with the ball. Case gets it stripped. Blacker goes in for the layup.
Well, Villa struggles to protect the ball. And we saw that against Ludlow. A lot of turnovers against this Lloyd defense, who's bigger, stronger, and faster. They're going to have to do a lot better job. Almost gave the ball up there in the trap.
Wenning turned 2 defenders into 4 there by getting trapped right when he crossed half court. Case pulls up for the 3. Doesn't get to go. Rebound Brandstetter. That'll stay with the Vikings.
Way to stick with it from Brandstetter. Goes it off his defender's opponent, or his opponent's leg.
Israel with the athletic trainer. Hopefully he's okay, just dealing with a cramp there. Brandstetter for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Long rebound to Wenning. Villa
doing a good job of getting offensive rebounds, leading to some second chance opportunities here already in the first couple minutes of this game. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. Can't be giving up turnovers like that, especially in a game that if Villa's going to win, is going to be neck and neck down the line.
Yeah, we saw that in the fourth quarter. They let Ludlow back in that game with their with losing the ball on countless turnovers on their press. Cooley.
And if I'm Lloyd tonight, I'm looking to get the ball inside the paint like that, because Thole's really the only one who can really match up with any of these guys' heights. I mean, Lloyd just outsizes this Villa team by a lot, almost every guy on the court. And so if I'm Lloyd, I'm just trying to create a ton of defensive pressure on Villa, force them to make turnovers, and then look for the ball inside. You don't even really have to have a great three-point performance tonight if you're Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. That'll be Riley checking in as Collins picks up his first foul. Thole gets the ball, guarded by Walker. This is the matchup I wanted to see. Day still hasn't crossed half court. Gotta get past.
Somehow keeps his dribble.
By Day. And it'll go Lloyd's way. Good pressure there.
You know, Bay really likes to take to the baseline to break these presses, but Lloyd's doing a good job of taking that away and then trapping right at the half-court line. So he's going to have to look more up the middle if he wants to get to half-court to set up a play.
Collins gets the elevator screen. Sebastian with the ball. Pass to Walker. Walker blocked by Thole. Thole takes it the other way. Layup no good. That was another theme of Monday night. Villa and Ludlow struggled with layups and finishing in general.
Yeah. And again, Villa's going to need every bucket that they can get tonight if they want a chance at beating Lloyd.
Walker for three, gets it.
Lloyd's already hit a quick couple of threes, and we've even seen a dunk, so they're firing on all cylinders on offense.
That's a block called on Collins. That's his second, so he'll be subbed out for number 11. That's Jordan Steffens. Ooh.
Easy steal. That was not a smart pass to make.
And Sebastian will get the 2 points off that turnover, making it a 10-point game. Timeout called by the Villa Vikings, looking to get back in this game. All right, we're back. 3:49 left to go in the first quarter. Sorry about that if you hear that on the YouTube.
All right, I think we're good now. Sorry about that. Oh. Phil swinging it around. Oh, lost his footing. Good job to stay with it.
Day will have the ball. Passes to Case.
Good defense from Lloyd.
Villa still with their starting 5 in.
That's just a poor pass. Case had an open bucket, tried to get it to Thole, and who had 2 guys on him. Not great decision making on the passing from Villa early on in this game, and that's mainly why it's 15-3. It's led to a lot of turnovers already, and Lloyd, I mean, just an offensive firepower in this district.
Yeah, they're the district favorites out here, looking to go to NKU and take off. Hopefully going down to Rupp with their star 2 guys and Israel and Walker, as they missed the 3 there.
Well, arguably, I think that the only team in this district that really has a chance of upsetting Lloyd in the championship that will be on Friday, assuming that Lloyd wins this game, is our St. Henry, the home team here.
Yeah.
The way Villa's playing, they're really going to have to pick it up. Already down 17-3 in the first quarter, which, as we've mentioned, we've seen bigger comebacks even in the last week with that St. Henry Holy Cross game. But they're really going to need to step up here if they want a chance. And I just don't think Dixie has the defensive weapons that St. Henry does to shut down this Lloyd team.
I think we got blood on the court, so we'll pause for
is it blood, or do you think the court's wet? Because we've seen slippery floors lead to even canceled games here this season with the new St. Henry floor. So maybe slippery, but the way that they're looking at it, and I think I see a spot of red, so I'm assuming that trainer's going to come out.
And you mentioning slippery floors, that's going to be a big theme. When we talk about Dixie versus St. Henry, a little preview of that, because it was actually a resumed game that was originally supposed to be played early January, ended up being played on the 19th. So, and it was 2 completely different teams. We saw St. Henry up by almost 10 in the first couple minutes of that game, and then they basically let Dixie outscore them.
Yeah.
The rest of the game.
So, you know, if St. Henry plays like that second team that showed up in that rematch slash resumption of the game, I mean, this next game at 7:30 really could go any way.
Yeah.
Whereas if we see the St. Henry that we saw in the second half of Holy Cross or the first few minutes of that original game, it could be a blowout.
Yeah.
So we really aren't really sure how St. Henry's going to play. We can see a couple of their players starting to file in. I see Carson Shea, Rhett Ravenscraft, looks like Alex Hammond and Ethan Kaiser sitting over there watching this game, getting ready for their big game in about a couple hours. Drew Flanagan walking into the building.
All right, so we'll resume play here. Villa ball, 17-3. So Villa's needs to score, really.
Yeah, need a big bucket
get the ball
here.
across half court and start scoring, because they only have 1 3 from Day so far.
Well, Lloyd set up in a 2-3 zone right now, opening up for traps, and they're going to make Villa pass, which Villa has struggled with tonight.
Wenning at the top of the key, still passing around the perimeter. Needs to get it to Thole. Day with the ball.
Lloyd might have watched that game on Monday night and saw Ludlow was challenging Villa to shoot the three, maybe putting themselves in a 2-3 zone to do the same thing. Make Villa make shots.
Here's Thole. Fouled. Good pass in by Wenning. That's really how they're going to beat the zone right now. Try to get it to Thole. And I think, really, watching Monday's game, he's underutilized. I know he had 38 points,
Yeah.
but in the fourth quarter, they only scored, 9 points from 50 to 59?
Yeah.
And Thole was just outsizing everyone on that court.
It's almost like Thole is great in transition, but when they get to the half court, they almost don't know how to use it.
Offensive rebound by him. Sizing up. And he gets the bucket to go. So a 3-point play for Thole there. Entry pass to Cooley. That's Griffin with the ball, Mari Griffin.
And if you're unclear with how districts and regions work, for basketball,
Good dump off pass.
if you
Doesn't
make
get
it
go.
to your district championship, that automatically puts you in the region. So you don't have to be the district champion. You can be the district runner-up
Yeah.
and still go to region, and they'll give you a 2 seed, and you'll match up with a 1 seed, which is another district champion. So a district champion will match up with a district runner-up in their first round of region for all 4 games. So really, this game is, I mean, obviously, winner goes to play on in the district championship, but winner also gets an automatic bid to the region. So it is a big game for both of these teams. And of course, loser does go home for the season, and we won't see them play again until next November.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more in the finals, where we'll see previews of the region. But that is a huge opportunity. If you make it to the finals of your district, you get to go play at NKU and have that experience. So I'm excited for the Crusaders tonight, because with this win tonight, they could lock in their boys and girls going to NKU.
Yeah.
Aiden Day pulls up. Ooh, fouled there.
Late call. Very late call on that foul.
Villa trying to use all the underdog kind of mentality to their advantage. Kind of getting some fouls here from the refs.
Well, you know, despite the massive difference on the scoreboard, there's also a massive difference in the foul count. Lloyd is sitting with 7 fouls right now in just the first quarter, whereas Villa only has 1. So picking up a lot of fouls there. And that could be something to look out for. Third quarter, you get some guys in foul trouble, and maybe Villa can go on a small little, quick little run.
Sebastian had a sub out there. That would be huge if they have Israel or Walker in foul trouble in this first half.
And arguably I think the reason why they won was
Good ball movement. Walker can't get the 3 to go.
I think one of the biggest reasons Villa won on Monday night was Jackson Rice had 2 fouls in the first minute.
Yeah.
He sat out for the entirety of the first quarter. Villa goes on a run. And, I mean, that's really the difference that they needed for the rest of the game. They were able to hold on to that lead as small as it got down the stretch.
So Thole sizing up Israel. Case matched up against Walker. He'll drive by.
Too hard.
Just a little more touch to go. So a 10-point game going into the second quarter. Villa trying to hang on with the Lloyd Juggernauts. We'll be back. All right, well, Day will start off with the ball for the second quarter. Ooh. Villa doesn't get the three. Go. Another offensive rebound. Wenning. That's the second offensive board of the night. And doesn't get it go, so Lloyd will get the ball. That's Blacker. Walker gets past all of them, and the easy reverse layup.
No one can really match up with Walker's height down there as well as his athleticism, so he's going to be a tough opponent for the rest of this game for Villa to match up to.
And Thole responds with the 2 points. Israel gets the ball back. Israel, NKU commit. He's a senior. So excited to see him on the floor next year for the Norse.
And he's looking to get his bid with this win to play his first game of this year at NKU, where he'll be playing for the next 4 years.
Good layup there by Blacker. As Day will take up the ball for the Vikings.
Yeah, it's a walk. Took too many steps.
So Wenning will go of the game, excuse me, and Myers will check in for the Vikings.
All right, sorry about those technical difficulties there. Having a little bit of trouble with the mics, but I think we've got it all sorted out here.
All right, so Villa will have the ball with 5:45 to go, left in the half.
24-9 is our score.
Another three, and Justin out.
Lloyd giving up that wide open three, just testing Villa to see if they can even make them, and so far it's paid off for Lloyd.
Yeah, that's Jonah Martin. That's 0 for 2 from the three for him. Blaker will keep the ball. Pressed up by Day. He'll get a screen. Collins for three, doesn't get it to go, and Thole will get the rebound. As I mentioned before, St. Henry girls taking a huge win last night over the Lloyd Juggernauts to secure their bid to the region and also to the district finals as Lloyd steps back for a three, doesn't get it to go. So a huge win for them and congratulations.
Yeah, Mr. Train was saying over the announcements that their star, Kayla Uncrot, had 15 points in the first half, so she's really going to be the player that they look to in the region to get most of the scoring. And then the rest of the team was up above 5 points from the starting five at least. So, I mean, really a good all-around performance from that team last night.
Israel gets a wide-open offensive rebound and puts it back up.
And so for the girls on Saturday night, it'll be the district championship, and it'll be a matchup between St. Henry and Dixie.
That's Thursday night.
Thursday night, sorry. My mistake. Did I say Saturday?
Yeah.
My mistake.
That baseball practice really getting your brain.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Case for three. They have not been hot since that first three.
Villa woes continue from the three-point line.
As Israel pulls up, doesn't get it to go. Dave will get the rebound. Good movement. Martin doesn't try the three.
Hey, he wanted to pull it, but he's 0 for 2 from out there to start this quarter.
Dave will pull it, though, and he gets it.
That was way back there. Big-time three. Villa hoping that that's the spark that lights a fire here.
Riley passes out to Collins. Collins tries again for three, doesn't get it to go. And Martin will pull out with the rebound, gives it to Thole. Thole guarded by Walker. He'll be trapped in the corner. Passes out to Case. Case getting trapped. Passes at Henry Thole.
Thole off balance.
He'll pass to Myers. Myers will lose the ball and it'll go Lloyd's way. So another unforced turnover by the Villa Vikings, where they really had a good job passing, but they'll talk it over in this timeout. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Your score is 26-12. We'll be back. So we're back for the last 3 minutes of this first half. Lloyd will inbound the ball. And looks like Villa is in a full court man. They drop back. So Israel will bring the ball up against Case.
Lloyd in complete control offensively and defensively in this game.
Wow, Walker just outsizes Case.
Almost finishes the and one. You can hear the slap from up here. That was a hard foul.
Yeah, just got to him in the post, and there's nothing really you can do about that. That's like Braden Fetters on me during practice.
Lloyd doing a better job in this second quarter of limiting fouls. They haven't picked one up since the end of the first.
He'll miss the first, but it's the second. So Walker, only a sophomore, which is hard to believe with his size. His dad's the coach. I remember last year in the district game, he was a vital part of that team, bringing the crew down. And probably one of the biggest reasons that St. Henry didn't move on to region last year, where they had high hopes of doing so. So it'll be interesting to see them if St. Henry wins tonight in the district finals.
Thole making a great pass down low, but Villa's not able to convert on that one. Tough floater from the corner.
Walker gets Thole with the pump fake.
Yeah,
and
great
lays it
move.
in.
Great move down there. Thole fell for it. Opens up. Uh-oh.
Good trap here.
Yeah, Villa's in
Jay.
trouble. Good
And-
timeout call by Villa.
So timeout called. 2 minutes left. So Myers will inbound the ball for Villa as Lloyd sets up in their press, which has worked pretty great against this Villa offense that can't seem to get away from their turnover bug. Myers will get to Thole. He'll pass it to Day. Gets it back to Thole. They're trapping up top. Gets it to Brandstetter. Out to Case. Case doesn't get it to go. Collins on the transition. That's Blacker. And gets it to Israel.
Almost threw down that alley-oop.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, turnover. Nope, wait, yep.
Good hustle play by Israel there. And good put in by Blaker. Thole will try to get it across the court for Villa. Case.
Closing in on the end of the first half, Villa's looking for a couple big buckets to at least get a little bit of momentum. They've got it to their guy, Thole. He's double teamed. Deep three.
Ooh. They can't get that deep three to go. And rebound Walker. So Walker will take it up with a minute to go.
Oh, almost walked on that. Able to keep his foot up.
And it'll go Villa way, so ball does not lie there. Villa will set up with 45 seconds left, try to get a shot. Thole doesn't get it to go. He was pretty good from the three-point line last Monday, as we said before, as Walker takes it end-to-end.
Yeah, easy trip to the bucket, really no contest on that, and it's almost like Villa's starting to give up, and it's only the first half. Plenty of game left, but they're really going to have to step it up.
Yeah, I credit this
Breakaway
zone.
steal.
Good layup there by Blaker. I credit this zone and this trap up top for really killing Villa's any sort of hope they had.
Yeah, Lloyd's really doing a great job of not even letting Villa get it to the half court.
2 seconds left. Thole pulls up. Oh, doesn't get it to go this time.
He was looking for a foul but doesn't get it, so we'll go into halftime 39-12. All Lloyd right now. We'll see what happens in the end of the second half as we look to see who the first contestant will be in this district championship.
right, well, we're back for second half action between Villa Vikings and the Lloyd Juggernauts. Lloyd will inbound the ball here. They're up to a sizable lead, almost to 30 points now, as they look to extend it and move on to the district finals. Sebastian will get the ball, guarded by Day. Day is not backing down right now, but Sebastian will clear right through them, and with the easy 2 points to start off. Quent, what did you notice from the first half about how Lloyd just dominated overall in every aspect?
I think their press and their zone has been so aggressive, and I mean, just like that, getting an easy tip. They've been doing a great job of speeding up Villa's offense, which already they struggle not turning the ball over, and just increasing that turnover rate. And so if I'm Villa, I've got to protect the ball a lot better, and you've got to start hitting your shots. Villa struggled. I mean, the struggles continue right there. I mean, those have got to go in.
Sebastian will keep up the pace. Walker to Israel. Israel gets the slam. Wow.
Yeah, wide open lane to the rim there. I mean, you can't really expect anything else.
Brent's error for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound, Cooley. Cooley is Sebastian. Walker gets the lay-in. And that really showcased the athleticism on this Lloyd team that's hard to compete with all around. They have a lot of really good wins, beating Connor, which was huge. Connor's the top 5 team in the region and top 25 team in the state. So they'll be a difficult opponent for anyone they face in the region tournament, which they look like they're about to secure, as Thole hits that fader.
Good move from Thole to create space and fade away and hit the easy mid-range shot. Gonna have to do that a lot more, but really Bill's also gonna have to shut down this Lloyd offense, which they have struggled to do as well tonight.
Collins quiet and doesn't get that to go. A foul will be called on Cooley.
Yeah, that was a hard foul, pretty much shoved him to the ground.
And Reed Fetter's out there to take care of that sweat, so we'll be seeing a lot more of him probably in the St. Henry versus Dixie game, as they were an integral part of last Thursday's game against Holy Cross.
Yeah, a lot of controversy surrounding the cleanup crew, as I'd call them.
But hopefully the floors can say less humid than they were that first night we played Dixie.
Which, you know, it hadn't rained today, so that's a good sign.
Passes to Brandsetter. Brandsetter will give it back to Thole. To Day. Day thought about it. Good move by Day. And good rebound by Thole. I really think Thole is developing his skills as a junior, and he can be a dangerous senior for Villa next year. We saw just his size and athleticism really helps him down low.
Yeah, and he's starting to heat up in this third quarter. Already has a couple of buckets. They're going to have to look to him to carry the load on the offensive side here in the second half. Good defense from Joey Case.
Case pokes the ball from Israel. He'll poke the ball again. Villa all over the opponents, not letting them get this easy win. And there's a and one by Sebastian.
Yeah, and Lloyd really just picking apart this Villa defense, completely outsizing them down in the paint, so they're just going to keep getting it down low and either get buckets or go to the free throw line.
The lead's at 31 now. And Sebastian will miss that, so Lloyd hasn't been too pretty from the free throw line overall. That could become a storyline in closer games than this. Ooh, Lloyd bobbles the ball. Passes out to Case. Lloyd's trap we saw before. Cooley tries to go for that, doesn't get. Day pulls up. Thole with another offensive rebound and putback. We saw that before.
Yeah, he's had a couple of putback rebounds already in this quarter.
Wenning will guard Collins. Outmatched Cooley in the paint. Cooley will go to work and get the easy bucket. Man. That size on Cooley really reminds me of, not to harp too much on St. Henry, but we saw that matchup and Braden Feathers and him will have to go at it all
Yeah.
night, and Braden will have to work especially hard if they face Lloyd in the district finals.
Yeah, that'll be a fun matchup to see.
Doesn't hit the first.
He really struggled at the free throw line Monday night, but turned it on in the fourth quarter and hit some clutch free throws for Villa.
Yeah, Villa had 4 huge free throws to get them the win over Ludlow in the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter. But before that, they were, what, 3 of 9 you tracked?
Yeah, they were really struggling there. I mean, they would have made the majority of their free throws like the majority of teams do. That really wouldn't have been that close of a game.
Riley will pass out to Sebastian. Walker sizing up Thole. Passes out to Sebastian. Right back to him to Riley. Riley sizing up Brandsetter. Oh, loose ball, but Walker gets it and puts it in for the easy layup.
You know, they're really feeding Riley down there. Bigger body down in the paint, just able to muscle his way through.
Yeah.
But Bill's doing a good job of kind of picking at his.
Walker. Could be a.
Yeah. Saw that one coming. He was gearing up for that slam dunk.
Yeah, Lloyd not afraid to show off their athleticism there. But they got to be careful, though, because I have seen a lot of refs call that pull-up that they do on that dunks afterwards. They pull themselves up on the rim, and if you hang on it too long, that's an automatic technical right there.
Yeah, split second longer, and he might have gotten called on that. I was kind of looking at the ref, and I think the ref was thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be careful, because that's just a stupid technical to pick up for showboating.
Yeah. So Martin will check in for Brandsetter. Martin to Wenning.
Bill's doing a better job of protecting the ball here in this third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But still struggling to knock down shots and stop the Lloyd offense. Oh, there's a block.
And Collins can't get the layup to go. One thing you have to credit Villa on is their tenacity, not letting anything in this game go easy. And
ran it out of bounds.
There.
Couldn't quite get a hold on it until he had a foot out of bounds, and the ref saw it.
Mm-hmm. So with about 3 minutes to go in this third quarter, we see more of Riley getting in. Tries to Walker back to Riley. Really feeding Riley in this third quarter, as Quent mentioned before. Ah, good spin move. Can't really finish there. And Case will get the rebound and go. Good ball movement there.
Yeah, Bill swinging it around to get the three-point shot open for Joey Case, and he knocks it down. So 53-22 is our score.
Both teams for the 7:30 matchup in the stands right now. St. Henry on your, I'm pretty sure because of the huddle cam, your right and our left, and then Dixie on the other side of the gym. So, yeah, excited for that matchup. Stay tuned for that, even if you're a Villa and Lloyd fan, because great basketball is great basketball for any team.
Yeah, and hopefully that game will be a little bit more interesting. This one a bit of a blowout in favor of the Lloyd Juggernauts, but that was to be expected. This Lloyd team is a really good team and could even make a run in this region.
Thole will miss the first. And we'll have a new sub check in for the Juggernauts. That's number 2, Mikkel King.
Oh, lost his footing there down low. Good job to stick with it. And good defense from Villa, putting pressure on this Lloyd offense.
Riley will get in the post, and he finally converts it.
Yeah, they've been feeding him down there, and he's done a good job of backing down his defender, but has either lost the ball or taken a bad shot. That's his first make.
Screen by Day, but he's all pressed up by Blaker. And hands will be called on Blaker. So, familiar face for the St. Henry community, Michael Calioni will check in. Brother of Brooklyn Calioni, one of our cheerleaders here. Expect to see them for the 7:30 matchup in the district game.
Yeah, I think I've already seen a couple file in.
Dole doesn't get the 3 to go.
Goes for his own rebound.
Rebound,
Lloyd's gonna
Walker.
end up with it.
Walker doesn't get the and 1 to go, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Good job of taking that contact and still managing to get a good shot. Good play by Walker, even though it didn't go in.
DJ Walker, line, shooting 2 shots.
He'll hit the first one. And hit the second one. So Walker will be subbed out for Duncan Crenshaw.
DJ Walker.
So Villa gets it with about a minute left. Calioni to Thole. Thole gets tipped out.
Clock is running at this point, big enough score differential.
Martin will take a 3, and he won't get that one to go.
He struggled from out there tonight. He's 0 for 3, shaking his head as he walks back down the court.
Let's see if Lloyd can get a last-second shot here. They'll hold the ball. 15 seconds left. Blaker tries to pass out, and it'll be stay with Lloyd.
Clock's running down. They only have 2 seconds. Not sure if anybody sees it. Last second shot from way
just runs
downtown.
out.
Almost goes in.
So we'll be back for the fourth quarter, and your score is 57-22. Stay tuned after that for the St. Henry Dixie game. All right, we're back for the last quarter. Dominant performance by Lloyd so far, as we got running clock here in the fourth. Three for Calioni, rims out, and it'll go Lloyd's way.
57-22 is our score. Lloyd in complete control, really just looking to run out the clock here.
Oh, 3 there.
Majority of their bench is in.
Three by Crenshaw there. Martin thought about driving. Thole been pretty quiet in the last couple minutes of the third quarter, this fourth, as he gets a foul there, and he'll go to the line. So as the clock winds down on Villa's season, really have to congratulate them for the performances they put on throughout the season. 10-win season, nothing to snub at. And really an exciting Monday night performance that they pulled out over Ludlow.
Yeah, that was a really fun game to watch and broadcast. So congratulations to all the Villa players, and we're excited to see them return next season.
Another three by Lloyd.
Congratulations to all the Villa seniors, as I'm sure that your school is very proud and thankful of the performances that you have put up and the work that you've put in for your school. You know, this is a team that still has a bright future. You know, you got to look at Thole. Next year, he's going into the senior year, so his best season is still on the way.
Yeah.
Definitely don't discredit this team. I think everybody's excited to see what they'll have to offer next year. Whereas Lloyd, on the other hand, came out. They got the job done. You know, Ludlow kind of seemed to overlook this Villa team as an easy win and ended up losing. Lloyd learned from Ludlow's mistakes, came out, made their shots, played great defense, and here they are sitting on a 40-point lead, getting ready to celebrate in the locker room at the fact that they're going to the district championship and, more importantly, the region.
Yeah, huge win for Lloyd here. Excited to see them at NKU, and I think really the key for this game was their athleticism versus Villa. You know, their trapping, their pressure. It's just hard to handle as a smaller team in Villa here.
You know, like we mentioned before, Lloyd is a team that they've got a pretty good opportunity to make a run in the region.
Yeah.
You know, there's no clear favorite. Both Covcath and Holy Cross, start of the season, were kind of the favorites, but we've seen time and time again that Covcath is beatable. We've seen Holy Cross lose in this very gym.
And then you have another strong powerhouse that's emerged over the season in Connor, which we faced off, but they were injured. And we'll talk more about that with the St. Henry season before the game at 7:30. But yeah, a lot of contending teams for the 9th region, and it'll be interesting to see at NKU what happens.
I really do think that this year it's anybody's region. I mean, in years previous, it's kind of been, you know, the Covcath show. You know, St. Henry that one year was able to contend with Covcath. Sometimes it's
the Sam Vincent at Highland show, but but really, I mean, Covcath, couple of region losses this year.
Well, you know, a lot of their region wins have been close games. I mean, they came out and they didn't win against St. Henry because they played good. They won because St. Henry played bad in the fourth quarter.
Scramble for the ball here. Travel called.
Even in these last few minutes as the clock's winding down, Lloyd's still hustling, going for steals.
Yeah.
So you love to see the tenacity of this team, that even though they've got this huge lead, they're playing like it's 0-0.
I like to see that all the time from these teams.
Yeah, great hustle.
As they'll check out Thole, excuse me.
That's likely the last time we'll see him until next November, when the season starts back up for the 2023-24 season.
Amazing season by him, 1,000-point score. He reached, broke Villa's single game scoring record with 50, and had 38 points in their district win. So huge player for them, and gotta give him all the props that he deserves.
Good defense by Lloyd. Oh, blocked at the three-point line. Case still ends up with it.
Long three there. So Lloyd will get,
Oh, missed the open three, or open layup.
halfway through the quarter here, halfway towards the end of the game.
See
Another
Coach
sub,
Faust
we'll check
out in that St. Henry corner. He's watching on. Probably scouting out the last bit of Lloyd that he'll get to see before he potentially faces them on Friday.
Ooh, three there by Lloyd. They're not backing down either.
No.
Even with the 40-point lead, they're still shooting all the threes they want.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we can't say it enough. Great job by Lloyd to just come out firing on all cylinders, both offensively and defensively, and put away this Villa team once and for all this year.
Calione with the floater. Yeah, they had an assignment and they got the job done. Airball there by Lloyd. Another turnover, but it will stay with the Vikings. Case, their senior, will have the ball. Calione for three, hits it.
Calione heating up in this fourth quarter. He's got 5.
Big Villa JV player. He's tough to guard and handle, and I'll expect more from him as he's only an 8th grader. Oh, he'll miss the layup there. Rebound though. Oh, barely misses.
Here comes Lloyd. They're not backing down in transition. Quick bucket.
Wow.
Final 2 minutes of this game. Oh, yeah.
Blocking foul called.
What number 20 likes Power, his first, 57. Jacob Watson on the line, shooting 2 shots.
He'll miss the first there. As Lloyd gets one more sub in before the end of the game.
Oh, and they're gonna call Joey Case on a foul there. Tried poking the ball out, instead got his wrist, so he'll go to the line. Shoot, nope, ball will be inbounded, that's on the ground.
Tipped by Villa, and he can't get the floater to go.
Ball's loose in the
Ooh.
corner, Villa's gonna end up with it. Trying to get it down low, instead turns the ball over. Minute 20 left. And this Lloyd team's not slowing down.
Yeah, they're showcasing all they have to their coach.
71-31, so it's now a 40-point game.
He takes a standing three, wow.
Gets his own rebound and goes back up with it, can't finish. Lloyd comes down with it. Now a foul's gonna be called. Clock's under a minute.
And once again, congratulations to Villa on a great season. Good district win that we saw here on Monday. And congrats to Lloyd, their ticket to the 9th region, as we said before. And to the district finals on Friday, which you can find right here if you're a Lloyd fan on the St. Henry YouTube channel. So we'll be broadcasting that.
And either way that this next game goes, either Dixie or St. Henry, it's bound to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a much better matchup than tonight. Another foul's going to be called, now 31 seconds left.
As they just draw out this game. But I'm excited for the game tonight. Dixie will not back down to their opponents. as they did not in the regular season game. They had the lead in the fourth quarter, actually, but we'll preview more of that. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit before the game ends.
TJ Jackson wanted to shoot 2 shots.
Well, I suppose that if Phil is able to hit 14 more threes in the next 30 seconds, they can make this a game. But if not, I think Lloyd's just about got this locked up. 73-31. Calioni's going to shoot a floater. And now the Lloyd coach calling them to hold it, and that's going to be it. Congratulations to Phil on a great season, but a bigger congratulations is in order for these Lloyd Juggernauts. They're heading to the district championship, and they have just punched their ticket into the region.
Yeah.
By a score of 73-31.
Stick around. We'll be back in about 45 minutes to an hour for your coverage of the St. Henry Crusaders versus Dixie Colonels game. That'll be bound to be a good one. So we'll be back, and signing off for now, I'm Nathan Francis.
And I'm Quent Bolton. We'll see you in an hour. Good evening, Crusader Nation. Welcome to the district matchup between your St. Henry Crusaders and the Dixie Colonels. I'm joined by my partner, Nathan Francis. I'm Quent Bolton. Nathan, what have you got for me today?
Man, I am ecstatic for this game. You know, St. Henry season, it's all been building up to this. Dixie Colonels, forever rivals in the 34th district. We just saw Lloyd completely annihilate Villa, and so whoever wins this game facing off against the Lloyd Juggernauts, and they are juggernauts in the 34th district. Not
only does a win here send a team to the district championship to face Lloyd, but it also punches a ticket to the regional tournament. So a win here and a loss in the district championship would result in a 2 seed, but a win in the district tournament would result in a 1 seed, and then in the regional tournament, a 1 seed is matched up with a 2 seed in the first round. So it's imperative to win this game to punch your ticket to the region and then focus on Friday to try and get one of those 1 seeds.
Yeah, and Quent, we were talking about right before this broadcast, the 9th region is stacked this year. From talent from Connor in the 33rd and all the way to Covcath, Highlands, and Newport in their own respective districts. It's crazy stacked, and whoever you meet in the 9th region, you're going to have to play your best, and we'll see that with St. Henry and Lloyd if Dixie, if they pull off this upset, which it will be an upset. St. Henry won the game by about 8 or 9 points in the first matchup this season. Huge storyline there, as the game had to be postponed in the first quarter and replayed about 2 weeks after the original date because of the floors. Now, the floors today have been much more sticky, so I don't expect to see that same issue, but we do have Reed Fetters and the Reed Fetters and company there to clean up any spills on the floors. But I don't expect water and humidity to be an issue for the floors today like it was the last time these two teams matched up.
Well, and St. Henry coming into this game hot off of a huge win against Holy Cross. We broadcasted that game as we mentioned about 1 million times. Down by 26 at halftime. It's one of the biggest comebacks in 9th region history. I mean, they climbed, they fought all the way back, and they ended up winning. So a huge momentum boost for this team coming into this game. Nathan, what are the keys for St. Henry to punch their ticket into the region and also punch their ticket to a matchup with Lloyd on Friday night for this district?
Well, we saw it in the second half of that Holy Cross game, how they clawed their way back. It was mostly their defense and their shooting. Their three-point shooting was off in the first half. They maybe had 1 or 2 threes, but really they stepped it up and they performed superb. As you mentioned, that Matt Reesing, the famous call, the rainbow shot, as people around the St. Henry community are now calling it. And then also our free throws were huge in those final minutes against Jacob Meyer and his Holy Cross Indians. For Dixie, I think the keys to the game, you got to stop Braden Fetters.
Yeah.
And you got to hope St. Henry has a poor shooting night. They only shot 2 of 5 from the 3-point line in their last matchup, and they were leading going into the 4th. So if they can continue that, they have a real chance to upset these Crusaders at their home floor.
I think either way that the coin flips in this game, whether Dixie wins or St. Henry wins, I think it's going to come down to the wire. I'm going to make the statement. I think it's going to be a 5-point game or lower. I think that this game is going to come down to even the last couple minutes of the 4th quarter. We might see one of those situations where it's so close that a team inbounds it and gets fouled immediately for free throws. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited for this game. I think St. Henry definitely does have the edge. Beating Dixie earlier in the year and then coming off of that huge win against Holy Cross. Momentum seems to be in their favor, but Nathan, take us through this St. Henry season that's leading up to what could potentially be, with the Dixie win, St. Henry's final game of the 2023 season.
Man, it feels like we've been at Kings Island all season with the amount of highs and lows we've had. First 2 strong wins at Cooper and Connor to start the season. Then we went on about a 5-game losing streak.
And that was immediately following the injury to Rhett Ravenscraft at that
it was
NCC
huge.
game.
So that Covcath game, it really took a downfall from there. But then we picked ourselves up around Christmas time, got our first home win actually we got our first home win at the end of January, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But we really picked ourselves up at the end of December, starting into January. In that new year, we really took off got ourselves to 13 wins, and now we're above 500, and we haven't looked back. And that Holy Cross win, great win in the season, and really a momentum push, as you said, Quent, into what is going to be an exciting postseason run.
Yeah, and so before the game, we discussed teams that are involved in this regional tournament and some of the favorites. So we're thinking out of the 34th district, we're predicting, so Lloyd has already punched their ticket as we saw earlier tonight, as well as St. Henry, who both of us are predicting are going to win this game. So we're going to see them out of the 34th district. We're also expecting to see Covcath, Connor, Highlands, Holy Cross, Cooper, and Newport. And Nathan, honestly, if you're St. Henry, there is not a good draw. Like, in the majority of regional tournaments, you can say that, oh, you know, I want to pull this team and this team on my side of the bracket. There is no good option this year, and I wouldn't be surprised that the state champion comes out of the 9th region just because of how competitive it is.
Yeah, we saw it all season long. Connor really built up their resume through the season with wins at Covcath, but they also took losses in the region too. Covcath the same way. They built up their resume. Cooper, they lost to Dixie out here. And Highlands, Newport, they've really built up their resume, but every team has taken a loss if you're in this region. No team's perfect. And we'll see that in the 9th region tournament. Probably pandemonium happening.
Yeah, and I really think that each of these teams are beatable by St. Henry. So if you go down the list, Covcath only beat us by a couple of points, and really it wasn't because Covcath played good. It was because St. Henry started turning the ball over in the 4th quarter. They had control of that game. You look at Connor and Cooper, we beat them to start off the season when everyone was still rusty.
But Connor did have that injury to Landon Hamilton, and they have him and Lloyd, or
I can't remember his name, but
they had another guard that had limited minutes in their game against him. But yeah, you mentioned it, Highlands and Connor, great three-point shooting nights.
Highlands was a close game. That was during that 5-game losing streak where we lost Rhett. I think if Rhett Ravenscraft is in that game, which he has returned, I think that that's a game that we could win. Newport as well. They lost one of their star point guards. Lloyd is beatable, and that just about rounds out everybody. And, of course, Holy Cross, the final team, and we saw what happened last Friday when we matched up against Holy Cross.
Yeah, so excited to see what this game has to offer, and excited to see what what the 9th region has to offer.
Before we get too excited about regionals, we got to win this game first.
Yeah.
Nathan, what are the keys for St. Henry to shut down Dixie for the 2nd time this year, and who is the star player that St. Henry will not see on the court yet again tonight?
Well, Ethan Kaiser, Bop, has been dubbed by his teammates, is out again with that leg injury he sustained in the Newport game last week. So that's a huge loss defensively and offensively. He was one of our best free throw and three-point shooters. But he'll be reevaluated and hopefully back for the Lloyd game. So they got to shut down Blank and Derry, which are Dixie's 2 biggest, and they got to shoot well from the three-point line. We saw 2 of 5 when they last played Dixie. They got to step it up and come out hot. We cannot come out like Holy Cross, or in the Holy Cross game where we're down 26 at half. That's really unexcusable for this game. So, yeah.
And as the clock runs out for the end of warm-ups, teams are going back to their benches. We're just hoping for a great game. I'm predicting St. Henry's going to win. I'm expecting a huge night. And you know what? We don't talk about him enough, but Jack Grayson. We'll be back after starting lineups and the anthem.
Name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Almighty God, in your goodness, you bless us with many gifts and talents. We ask you to bless this great nation and breathe your light upon our people, to recognize we're all created equal in the image of Christ. We thank you, Lord, along with all who have made this contest possible. Watch over and protect all of these athletes. Aid them to do their best and be a sign of good sportsmanship to all. We thank you for this great opportunity and ask for your blessing through Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And now to honor America, the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. University High School. We welcome you to tonight's KTSA District 34 Semifinal game between the Dixie High Girls and the St. Henry Crusaders. Now we're going to join honors for today's game. First, the visitors, the Dixie High Girls. At guard, sophomore, double zero, Owen Evans. At guard, junior, number 3, Jackson Gray. Senior number 5, Jacob Hawk. And forward junior number 22, Hudson Blake. And the forward sophomore number 32, Griffin Derry. From the quick by Chad Fields by Jordan Jackson, Scott Joe, James Holdhouse, and Brett McCormick. And now let's meet the senior Crusaders at guard, the junior number 3, Carson Shea. At guard, senior number 4, Rick Williamstown. At guard, senior number 11, Jack Grayson. At guard, senior number 12, Matt Grayson. And at forward, the senior number 40, Dwayne Peters. To take the course of the pass, second quarter of the Lloyd on Scott and Jay Hicks.
And here we go. Starters have been announced. The anthem has been played. And St. Henry District basketball is about to take underway, or begin, sorry. I'm so excited I can't spit the words out. St. Henry will be sporting white as they're the 2 seed. Dixie in red, they're the 3 seed. As we mentioned before, St. Henry are the favorites. They won by a margin of 7 points in the last game, but had a poor shooting night. So we're gonna have to see if they can step up against Dixie and punch their ticket to meet Lloyd in the district championship, and more importantly, a ticket to play at NKU in the region. Braden Fetters wins St. Henry the tip-off, and we are off.
This start is extremely important. I remember last year we were in the same position, the 2 seed, as another turnover there. The 2 seed, Lloyd went on 12-0 run to start the game, and we could never recover from there. We cannot let that happen. We gotta get the first punch in this one.
Big difference here tonight. That game was played at Ludlow. This is at our home court. As St. Henry gives up an easy bucket down low. So Dixie off to a 2-0 start.
That's Hudson Blank, one of Dixie's 10+ point scorers.
And they're guarding Braden Fetters in front in the post, so it's going to be difficult to get the ball down low to him tonight. Jack Grayson's going to run baseline. He finds Braden down low. That's who they want.
Ooh,
Can't
great
get
cut
it.
there.
Braden with the offensive rebound and the putback. How about Braden Fetters getting his own rebound and putting it back to tie the game at 2?
Division II NKAC Hustle Player of the Year award went to Braden Fetters, and he just demonstrated why he got that.
And I mean, he fights for every rebound and point that he gets. An absolute machine out there. Crew set up in a man-to-man. And the floater goes from the corner for Dixie. It's 4-2.
Gotta cut off that baseline if you're St. Henry. You can't let guards like Owen Niehaus get through there.
Ball's loose. Matt scrambled for it. It's gonna stay with the Crew. They're gonna have to clean up their passes. Already made one turnover because of a poor bounce pass. That almost resulted in a second. Crew's gonna swing around, try and get something started here. Big crowd here for the Crew, a full student section, and a lot of parents showing out as well.
St. Henry proved what they could do with Holy Cross with a big crowd like this. Love the support.
Matt Reesing dumps it down to Braden in the paint. Yeah, they're gonna call a foul on the floor. He got hooked.
Even in this zone, Dixie has trouble guarding Braden Fetters. I love to see the fouls and love to see the contact Braden Fetters is getting off the bat.
Carson Shea's gonna drive in. He's gonna draw the foul as well.
Love the control by Shea. He's my vote for Most Improved Player of the Year. Man, he really ramped it up, especially in that Holy Cross game. His passes and his defense really make him one of the star point guards on the St. Henry team.
Yeah, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. He had some clutch free throws in that Holy Cross game. Drew a foul on a 3-point shot, which you rarely see, and was able to knock down 2 to cut down the lead. And those were big free throws. If he would have missed those, that game flips entirely, and I mean, I don't think that they win. So he missed his first. Ref chatting it up with number 22 on Dixie. Second shot's on the way. And he misses that one off the back iron. How about Jack Grayson fighting for the offensive rebound? The Crew are gonna get a second chance here.
Man, Jack Grayson's really the glue to this team. We'll be talking about him a lot, but he's taken a bunch of charges this year. Gives us the steal.
Great pump fake from Dixie. They're up 6-2. Good transition bucket. Crusaders are going to have to do a better job of protecting the ball here. Matt fighting his way to the paint. No good. Rec goes down hard. Whistle's going to be blown. Stepped out of bounds, so the Crusaders will regain possession here. 5.5 minutes on the clock. Lineup made up of all seniors, besides Carson Shea, who is a junior. Kicks out to Matt.
And there we
And
go.
there's the biblical arc. 6'5". Matt Reesing hits his first 3 of the game.
We mentioned it in the pregame, but 3 points. 3-pointers are going to be a huge knockdown for the Crusaders here.
Great defense from Carson, tipping it out. Matt hit a couple big 3s in the fourth quarter of that Holy Cross game. I mean, when I mean big, I mean big. Shot it to the roof on one of them from the corner. And he's going to look to stay hot. 6'5". Now they're going to call a reach in on Carson.
I don't like that call.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about that one. Carson definitely plays aggressive defense, and he'll pick up a couple of reach-in fouls every game. He'll also pick up a couple steals, so it's give and take.
Dixie brought their student section as well as their cheerleaders here. Both crowds excited and ready for this matchup.
Uh-oh, good
great
cut.
back door.
And he misses it. Tips it away from Braden, and the steal will result in an easy bucket on the block. It's 8-5. That's 3 Crusader turnovers to start out this game.
The Crew's got to be more protective of the ball. They've gotten it stripped twice from them.
Trying to get it down to Matt. He was double teamed. Ball's loose. Matt's going to end up with it.
Great move by Braden Fetters to block out and get Matt Reesing that easy layup.
And what could have been a turnover results in an easy bucket for the Crew. Carson Shea is going to pick up his opponent at half court. Switch on the pick up top. Dixie can't get anything going. How about an open three? That one's no good. Offensive rebound. Steps up, pump fake, pull-up jumper. Late foul call.
Coach does not like those offensive rebounds, especially when it led to a foul like that.
Braden Fetters picks up his first. So now Braden and Carson both playing with one. Not an egregious amount by any means, but you don't want to pick up the second too early in this game. No subs yet. Well, there's the first for Dixie. No Crusader subs yet. They're still playing with their starting five. 2-point game with a free throw on the way. Sinks both of them. So it's now 10-7. Dixie and the Crew going back and forth. Finds Jack Grayson down low. He's open on the block. It draws the and one.
Let's go.
And you know, that foul wasn't on the way up. It was on the way down. Landed on his opponent and drew the foul.
Jack Grayson, he really steps up in moments like this. I remember in the Newcastle game at the All-A, another huge tournament for the Crusaders. He did everything in his power, drawing multiple charges and having a 20-point game.
When he was voted a Cincinnati Enquirer basketball player of the week for Northern Kentucky earlier in this season. So we know he can step up in big moments.
Oh, Mac could have had that. They got a cut-off baseline there. Jack Grayson
Braden wanting the charge call there, but really didn't have his feet set and kind of twisted. That was a good no call by the refs. It's 12-9. Matt's going to drive in. Finds Braden. Open jumper.
Money.
How about that pass from Matt Reesey, making it look like he was going to go to his signature pull-up jump shot, instead twisting in midair for the open pass. Floater. No good. Braden almost comes down with it, gets tangled up and hangs on. And now he's going to get a reach-in call. Great job from Braden Fetters, and that's why he got Hustle Player of the Year. A 1-point game, a bucket here would give the Crusaders the first lead of the game.
Love the student section getting loud right now. Dixie switched to a man.
Finds Rhett in the corner. They're trying to get it down to Braden. And another reach in. Dixie racking up the fouls early here. 5 team fouls. 2 more and that'll send the Crew to the bonus.
Lots of substitutions. Dixie already going deep in their bench while St. Henry hasn't made a substitution yet.
Jack Grayson going up with the shot. Ooh. How about that? He's got 2 quick buckets to start this game. He gives the Crusaders their first lead. It's 13-12. Crew putting on a soft press here. Making Dixie work for it. Carson picks him up at half court.
As I mentioned, when Jack Grayson's hot, it feels like the whole team's just on fire.
Gets it down low. That bucket just gets out. Crew caught a break there. And Braden corrals yet another rebound. He's been big on the boards already tonight. Jack finds Matt in the corner. Matt's gonna drive baseline. Swings it. Great extra pass. Oh, Jack Grayson just missed that, but Matt will get the offensive rebound. I loved that extra pass from Carson Shea.
Great pass by Carson Shea and the foul.
Hard foul sends Braden to the floor. 16 fouls for Dixie. That number's not going to go down anytime soon. Great ball movement from the Crew. They're taking their time to find an open shot. I really like that.
Yeah, I love how St. Henry's handling this mismatches, especially with Matt Reesing. He's being guarded by people 4 inches, 5 inches shorter than him.
They'll give it to him. He's looking to drive. Finds Rhett in the corner. Airballs the pull-up jumper. Dixie fans are going to let him hear about it. 13-12. Here comes Dixie. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Still no St. Henry substitutions.
Dixie, we see that 2 guard with a man on the that high pick and roll.
Open 3, no good. Rhett's gonna end up with it against 3 Dixie players. Great job from Rhett to hang on to it.
Oh, another foul. Braden Fetters just drawing those.
Playing a little bit of hack-a-shack with Braden down there, but they're not getting away with it. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. Cam Lemon's gonna wait to sub in. He's probably coming in for Braden. And in first period of English, Jack Goodwin set the money line, the Vegas money line for this game. He said 7.5 points for St. Henry. I said under. I think it's going to be a close game, but I still think the Crew are going to win it. So far the way it's going, that seems to be the case.
I had an 8.5 money line. I told one of my friends, but yeah, it seems like it would be a close game. I'd bet Dixie plus 8.5 if we were betting men, but
we're not.
Obviously, we're not.
We are not. We'll leave that one to Jack Goodwin. So a quick timeout. Well, I don't even know. Looks like a ref timeout.
Reed Fetters steps out on the court.
Drew Flanagan and Cam Lemon are going to check in the first Crusader substitution. So they're going to give Jack Grayson and Braden Fetters, both out of St. Henry, trip to the bench.
Really, Drew and Cam have been the 6th and 7th man all year for the Crew. Drew really steps up with his length and his defense. And then Cam also with his length, although more of that forward position.
Drew quickly picks up his first foul on a reach-in. Couple familiar faces in the crowd. I'm looking over at the St. Henry locker room corner, and I see Wyatt Veith.
He was a part of the last team that went to the 9th region tournament.
Clock's winding down, under a minute now. Still a 1-point game. Dixie passing around, trying to get something going. Gonna pass up that open 3. Good help defense from Cam. Switches down low.
Ooh, Cam almost lost his man there.
Good defense from the Crew. And they force a turnover. Great defense.
Possession.
Yeah, Dixie held the ball, passing around for 30 seconds, couldn't find an open shot, and it results in a turnover. And now the Crusaders are likely going to look for a last-second shot with 24 seconds left.
I credit that to St. Henry's on-ball defense. Amazing.
Yeah, fantastic. Didn't let the ball get inside. Had some good switches on picks. Carson Shea, 12 seconds are on the clock. 9 seconds. Time's running down. He picked up his dribble.
Oh, 5-count called.
Yeah, tough break for the Crew. Now 4.5 seconds are on the clock for Dixie to inbound it and get a quick 3 off. Good defense from Dixie. So overall, great defense from both teams so far to start this game.
I love to see these defensive battles. I attribute part of that to Braden Fetters not being on the court. 4 seconds left.
4 seconds. Open lane. And that one's going to be out of bounds just before the buzzer. Refs are going to call it. And the end of the first quarter promises a good game. 13-12. Crew are on top by 1. We'll be back after the break. All right, we are back for some second quarter action, and if it's anything like this first quarter, it's going to be down to the wire. St. Henry up by 1 right now, 13-12. And if they really limit the turnovers, which they did in the second half of that first quarter, I think St. Henry's going to have no problem winning this game.
Carson Shea has 1 foul already. Don't want to get him too close, but great perimeter defense.
Almost gets a steal. Matt Reason and Carson both diving for the ball. Open 3 for Dixie, and he sinks it. Dixie's back on top.
I love the hustle, but man, you gotta get back. Can't have 2 people really out of that play.
Yeah, unfortunate break for the Crew. They almost ended up with a steal, but instead it results in a 3-pointer for Dixie. Jack Grayson back on the court. Looks like Rhett's taking a quick rest. We'll likely see him soon. Oh, Drew and Carson almost complete that play. Now Dixie's got it, looking to extend their 2. Good help defense from Matt. Dixie swinging it around. Crusader defense making it really difficult for Dixie to get it down in the paint tonight. They've been playing fantastic man-to-man.
Love how Cam's facilitating this defense, guarding that high pick and roll well.
Yeah, and look at that. They couldn't even get it down to him with Cam Lemon's defense. Great job from number 42. Dixie struggling here. Picks up his dribble yet again. And they're just having to hang out outside the perimeter. Again, great help defense. You see how Cam Lemon stepped out on that screen, stopping number 5 from breaking away.
This is almost a 1-minute possession here.
Now they'll get the open 3 from the corner, and that's the same guy. Gonna have to close out on him.
Man, they got to rotate better on that. They did such a great job then folded when it got to the corner.
Dixie with back-to-back 3s puts them up by 5. Matt Reesing draws the foul and almost completes the N1. Instead, he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Rhett Ravenscraft looking in, waiting to check in. Misses the first off the back iron. So Crew struggling to shoot from the free throw line to start out this game. They'll hope to pick it up. Matt will sink the second. So it's now a 4-point game. Rhett Ravenscraft checks back in, so Carson will take his first rest on the bench. Matt Reesing, the only Crusader starter not to have any break time so far. He's been playing this entire game, and he's been playing well.
Definitely mismatches on the side in the perimeter. He can drive and do whatever he wants in the post.
Yet again, the Crusaders playing fantastic defense.
Great ice there by Cam. Didn't let him get the ball.
And Dixie's going to have to pull out and reset. Another great defensive possession from the Crew.
Dixie playing super patient right now.
Good cut. Yeah, Rhett's going to get called for a foul. Looks like he was straight up there. That'll send Dixie to the line to shoot 2.
Just got to take a charge there. But great defensive possession except for that back door. You can't trail your man.
2 shots on the way here for Dixie. Yeah, looking at the replay, it did look like Rhett's hands dipped down. So it would be a foul. So good call by the refs. Bang, bang play. Makes 1 of 2, so it's a 5-point game now. Another Dixie sub. I like the little amount that the Crusaders are fouling. Only have 4 as a team so far.
Remember, we had 2 people play almost the entire 4th quarter with 4 fouls. And Carson Shea and Rhett Ravenscraft.
Big number 40, Braden Fetters, checked back into the game, looking to be another difference maker on the court.
Yeah, hoping to see an offensive spike and probably a defensive one too with the hustle he brings on both sides. Wow, already.
Yeah, that was
off the
quick.
bat.
Great assist from Jack and an even better finish at the rim. Looks like Jack's got something on the back of his jersey. Is that blood?
It might be. It looks like maybe his elbow or caught something.
I was wondering what the trainer was doing to the back of his elbow and jersey earlier. That must have been it, cleaning it up. Ooh, could have been a big bucket for Dixie, but instead he bobbled it. They'll have to reset. 19-16. Good defense from Jack out there. Matt almost tips away the pass. You know if he got a breakaway, that would have resulted in a dunk.
Trying to get it
Braden
in. Great
pokes
defense.
it away. Dixie's going to hang out with it.
Almost a travel there.
Yeah,
Can't
I'm
turn your
surprised there
back.
wasn't a travel called as he rolled.
Drew Flanagan got caught ball watching there.
Hard contact down low. That's going to be a foul on Rhett Ravenscraft. He picks up his second. Carson Shea is going to check in for him. So Rhett will take a short break. We'll probably see him in a couple minutes. Coach Faust not happy about that one. Now on the court for the crew, Carson Shea, Drew Flanagan, Matt Reesing, Braden Fetters, and Jack Grayson.
Dixie will this ball.
Halfway through the second quarter, 19-16, a back and forth game.
Another back door from
Man.
Dixie.
Dixie's really tearing apart this Crusader defense with the back doors. That's how they're getting the majority of their points in the half court. Finds Drew down low.
And one!
Great play. So the Crusaders match Dixie's back door with one of their own. And they put a little flair on it as Drew Flanagan draws the foul and makes the bucket. That's an and one. He'll go to the free throw line. Timeout's going to be called. 21-18 is our score. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one brewing here at St. Henry. We'll be back after the break. All right, we're back after that quick timeout. Drew Flanagan set to shoot a free throw here, hoping to complete the three-point play and make it a two-point game. Buzzer's going to go off. Now to mark the end of the timeout.
So far on the crew defensive side, a lot of ball watching. Can't get stuck in that. They got to keep their man on their watch at all times. A couple back doors have really killed them, and it could be a Crusader lead right now if not for that.
A lot of missed free throws as well. Drew Flanagan proves me wrong and puts one in to complete the three-point play. So it's 21-19, two-point game. Anyone's game at this point. And like I said in the pregame show, I thought that this game was going to be down to the wire, and so far it has been. Both of these teams showed up to play. Their season's on the line. Loser goes home. Winner goes on to face Lloyd on Friday night for the district championship.
An all-guard lineup in for Dixie. Braden having to guard the ball there. Oh, great pass.
Oh,
blocking foul called.
Wow, and St. Henry fans are not going to like that one. Jack Grayson, known for taking charges, called for a block call. You don't always see that. I'll get a quick look at the replay here. Yeah, it looked like he had his feet set on the replay, but a tough call. That'll send Dixie to the free throw line. Shoot two.
Hudson Blank pretty good from the line so far.
It's his first. So now three-point play, looking to make it four. That one rolls around the rim and goes in. Subs are going to get a second to check in. 23-19. Both teams now in the bonus. St. Henry's got 16 fouls. Dixie's got 9. Jack Grayson driving in. He's been big in the paint tonight. He's got 6, all from 3 layups. So great job by Jack Grayson keeping his team in it. It's a 2-point game. St. Henry's going to trap in the press. Dixie breaks it. Here they come down the court. Jack Grayson
Good tip by
tips
Jack.
it away. That's a breakaway steal. Here he comes. Goes for the easy layup, and we're all tied up at 23. Great defensive play from Jack Grayson. We love to see it. He's got 8 tonight. And you know, Jack Grayson, it's almost like every game he quietly puts up 10 or 15 points. Oh, wow.
That would be Carson Shea's second.
And you know, that might have been a foul, but I'm surprised the refs didn't let him play through that. Wasn't a lot of hard contact. Nevertheless, Carson's now got 2, so both St. Henry starting guards sitting on the bench in foul trouble as Andrew Reese checks in.
New face for the crew, Andrew Reese, shooter, as he's well known, but also pretty good perimeter defender. And he had a couple of offensive rebounds in that Holy Cross game we saw.
Yeah, a couple big rebounds. This trip to the line results in 2 points for Dixie, so they're back on top by 2.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, Jack Grayson in these tournament games, he turns into a prime MJ sort of 20-point game and a Newcats win in the All-A. Hoping to see some of that again.
You know, he's reached a casual 8 tonight. Really hasn't even stepped out beyond the arc. How about Matt Reesing? Another player knows when to step up. Big play from him with the open layup.
Full court man for the crew.
Good trap, bounce off of Matt Reesing's foot.
They got 3 guys guarding 1 man.
Oh,
and they leave him wide open.
Yeah, leaves the open cutter. Back and forth we go, 27-25. Jack had to get rid of it. Almost got the 5-second call. Good job by Drew. Whistle's going to be blown.
Braden Fetters draws another foul.
He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Crusaders now in the double bonus. So big free throws coming up from the big man. Under 2 minutes here in the first half, and it's neck and neck. Every free throw counts here. Oh, just missed. Both of his parents visibly upset, sitting directly in front of us. Here's the second. And he misses both of his free throws, so a costly trip to the line for the crew. Could have resulted in a tie game, but instead we're still locked 27-25. Minute 40 on the clock. Dixie dribbling it around. Yet again, good man-to-man pressure from the crew.
Another trailing
Jack
man.
Grayson off the backboard. He read that from a mile away. Here comes Matt. And he's going to get the block call.
Matt Reesing kind of split those defenders there and got the block call.
Dixie fans wanted a charge, but they won't get it. So Matt Reesing, one of the better free throw shooters on the team, will go to the line. Looking to tie this game. Great defensive play from Jack Grayson.
Yeah.
That time the backdoor cut, they got it through, but it wasn't open. Jack Grayson let him know, slammed it off the backboard, and Matt got the rebound and took it down the court.
Yeah.
Oh, man, and he misses.
He really made me eat my words about it. He really made me eat my words and about that backdoor cut. You know Jack Grayson loves his pin down blocks.
Yeah. And you compared him to prime MJ, but that block off the backboard, more reminiscent of LeBron James in the finals. Ooh. Could have gotten a foul on that one, but they don't. Now they'll get a shooting foul. Dixie's going to the line with an and-one opportunity. 29-26, Drew Flanagan, not a smart foul.
Man. Well, coming up at halftime, we have our own little senior night on the broadcast show for our very own Quent Bolton, play-by-play man. So you'll hear
that
from Mr. Z, our producer, and also my religion teacher. so you'll hear from both of us about Quent Bolton coming up at half, so stay tuned.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise for Quent.
That's funny, thank you. Minute left in the second half, 29-26. So now 3 St. Henry guards are playing with 2 fouls. Drew Flanagan, Rhett Ravenscraft, and Carson Shea.
Oh.
St. Henry's going to turn the ball over. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Can't convert. Ball's loose. And it's going to stay there. Wow, I thought that one went off of Dixie. We're going to have to look at the replay for that. But it doesn't really matter what the replay says. Refs called it out on St. Henry. This is a huge play, 52 seconds. Dixie's got a chance to make it a 2-possession game right before halftime. Uh-oh. Pull-up jumper. And they're going to call a foul. It looked like he took several steps there before the shot. And Drew Flanagan has picked up his 3rd foul. That's big.
And Drew Flanagan got to stay on his feet there, but a tough break for him, picking up his 3rd in the second quarter.
Yeah, looking at the replay, it did look like he kind of moved his pivot foot, but a tough call from the refs, and that what they saw was mainly contact. Makes his first free throw. That'll make it a 2-possession game with 45 seconds left.
Someone we don't often see, James Noble, a junior guard, played on JV a lot this year, key player there. We'll check in for those last 45
we really don't see a lot of him on varsity, but you know, big minutes.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes the biggest players step up in the most biggest times when, I mean, it's happened countless times in sports. You know, the guy you don't often see kind of steps up out of nowhere. Maybe James Noble's here to hit a big-time 3.
Yeah, biggest plays from the smallest players.
30 seconds on the clock. It's a 5-point game.
Ooh. Think they're gonna wait out.
Yeah.
The last second.
Looks like it. Matt Reesing's got the ball. I'd be looking either at Braden Fetters down low, Jack Grayson on the drive, or even Andrew Reese from the 3-point. Under 10 seconds, they're gonna have to get it going. Here comes Matt. Fonnie James, what'd I say from 3? No good.
Oh.
3 seconds on the clock, don't foul. They're gonna chuck up a last-second shot from half court. No good, and we're going into halftime. Dixie's up by 5. St. Henry's gonna need a big comeback. We've seen them do it before. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up in 10 minutes.
And Quent, you might as well leave that headset on. We got a special section tonight. You know, it's rare when Mr. Z comes on the mic. I prefer to spotlight you guys. You know, it's about the students here. However, I think what we are doing tonight still fits that mode. Quent, I got a question for you. Does the date January 29th, 2021 mean anything to you?
No. No, I don't think so. Not particularly.
All right, well, I'll give you a few clues. Maybe this will help you out. On that night, St. Henry boys basketball was in action. They were playing against Lloyd. They ended up winning that game 75-51. You might also recall that a funny thing called the COVID pandemic was going on, and in the bleachers were a bunch of styrofoam cutouts of the fans. You might also recall that the broadcast club was live that day, and we had more technical difficulties on that broadcast than we had the rest of the season combined. On that day, it was also your first broadcast.
Yeah, now it's starting. I'm starting to remember a little better.
Indeed, today we are celebrating Quent. This is his senior year. And since then, you have taken over this club since the founders had graduated. You took up their mantle. During all your calls, you have brought positivity and joviality to every broadcast, giving great entertainment to all of our fans back at home. Though you had talent at the start, it's been a great joy for me to watch you mature and develop and refine your craft. And in total, you've put in over 75 hours worth of commentary on the mics. Tonight's your 24th broadcast. Tomorrow, the district championship game will be your 25th, making you the second highest count in St. Henry broadcasting history behind the one and only Max Schluter. So Quent, it's been a wild ride. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we definitely want to give you a spot. don't have the whole ceremony for senior night, but consider this your senior night.
All right. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's been a blast.
Yeah, and then Nathan, any words for your co-commentator? You guys actually partnered up for the first time later that year in 2021. I mean, we've had segments of Food with Francis. You guys been calling games side by side.
Yeah.
Any words for Quent here?
Yeah, Quent, really, you were the one that got me into this whole broadcasting thing, and we've made quite a duo ever since. I remember my first game, that wild Cooper game, and then the even more wild Connor game.
That was
afterwards.
wild, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride and lots of fun memories, and you'll forever be known by Coach Faust and many others as the voice of St. Henry.
Well, thank you. I
yeah.
really appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you're in the audience members, give a shout out to Quent and text him if you know his number, or follow him on Instagram.
They're all
And,
giving you a round of applause. You can't hear it because you're on the wrong side of the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, we're off to halftime. See you in about 7 minutes for the second half.
right, we are back for some second half action. Dixie up 31-26 on your Crusaders, but you know, last broadcast Crusaders were down 26 to a much better team, and we saw what happened there.
I think a lot of the keys to the game is you got to get it into Braden, and you got to stop Dixie's backdoor cuts and stop ball watching on defense. That killed us, and so did getting into double bonus. And
one last thing that really killed us was our backcourt fouls. Carson Shea, Rhett Ravenscraft all had 2 fouls. Drew Flanagan had 3. Quick turnover, and Dixie's going to get the ball.
It's a bad way to start the second half.
Yeah, not off to a good start, but that's how they started the first. I really don't even feel like Dixie's in control of this game, though, only up by 5. That would have been a big 3. Instead he misses. Jack Grayson gets the rebound. This is definitely still the Crusaders' game to win. Swings it out to Rhett in his favorite spot. Wow, they're going to call a charge foul, and that was a late call. He's shaking his head. He knew it wasn't a charge.
Coach Faust does not like the call, and neither does the audience right here.
Yeah, tough break for the Crew as Matt Reesing picks up his first. So back-to-back turnovers for the Crusaders to start off this half. They're in a press. Looks like a 2-1-2. Open 3. Dixie sinks in. It's an 8-point game. This is not good.
We gotta respond right now.
And Rhett turns the ball over yet again. 3 turnovers to start off this quarter. (34-26) is our score. Fires from 3. Just barely rolls out. Crusaders caught a break there. They need to respond with a bucket. Fires. Matt's got it. He's going to draw the blocking foul.
I love that ambition by Carson Shea.
Jack Grayson for 3.
Hits it!
Yes, and like we said, Jack Grayson steps up in these big-time games, keeping his team in it. It's back to a 5-point game, and Jack Grayson matches the number on the back of his jersey. He's got 11 points. Good trap from the Crew. Timeout's going to be called by Dixie, so 34-29, still a 5-point game, and we'll be back after this short break. All right, we're back in. Nathan and I were both discussing how Jack Grayson just seems to really turn it on in these tournament games, but that's not to take away what he did in the regular season. He averaged 11.5 points per game, and I mean, it just seems like every game he just quietly, just a layup here, three-pointer here, a couple free throws, quietly gets into double digits. And I mean, he's kind of outshadowed by Braden and Matt, but I said in the pregame show, a name that we don't talk about enough is Jack Grayson. I was expecting a big performance out of him, and he's done nothing but deliver that to us tonight.
Well, Reesing and Fetters got the all-conference honors from St. Henry for Northern Kentucky, but Jack Grayson could have been up there, except he has 2 amazing players ahead of him in scoring. He's reliable as always.
And you know, the great thing about Jack is he doesn't care. You know, he's happy for his teammates that they got that. He's happy that he's on a winning team. And he'd be a lot happier if they could take the lead here. A bad shot by Dixie is going to give the Crusaders a free possession. Matt trying to pull up. They'll reset, gives it to Jack. Crew swinging it around, tries to get it to Braden, almost loses it. And Jack goes up. Could have been an and one. He got slapped a little bit. Now he's got 13.
Great recovery by Jack Grayson and puts it in.
And again, just another quiet bucket for Jack Grayson. Down low, not flashy, gets the layup.
Oh.
He was anticipating that block attempt. Driving in, hits the wall that is Braden Fetters. Now an open 3. No good. Rhett's got the rebound. Here he comes down the court.
They want these
Kicks
numbers,
to Matt.
they're pushing the ball.
Oh, Matt had the open 3, driving in. Can't get it. Ball's going to stay with the Crew. Not a great shot from Matt Reesing, but Crew are going to get it. and it's a 3-point game, so they're gonna fight for this bucket. This is huge.
Rhett lining up next to 2 photographers, Noah Francis, my brother, and Braden Blackburn, a good friend of mine, Dixie's photographer. So looking to see some good pictures and maybe some good video after this game. Another basket.
There he is. Great pass from Braden Fetters. They set Jack up for that play. He's got 15. And what did I tell you? He's got 15 of the crew's 33. That's almost 50%. So they're really relying on Jack Grayson tonight. And he's stepping up to the plate. Good defense. It's a 1-point game. Here comes the St. Henry crowd. They're starting to get loud. Big defensive possession here for the crew. They need to stop. Driving in. No good. Jack gets the rebound. And here comes Carson Shea. Driving in the floater.
Ooh,
no
I don't
good.
like that shot.
Yeah,
I don't like that
rushed
shot.
that. Probably should have slowed it down and waited for the rest of his teammates. 34-33, halfway through the third quarter.
The Crew's offense right now really pushing the ball.
Carson's going to work on defense.
Oh.
Oh, come on. Yeah, not enough contact in my opinion to warrant a foul. Carson picks up his third though. Coach Fowle's taking the gamble to leave him in.
Just using his body there. Couldn't get out of the way fast enough.
Gets it down low. He's not going to try it against Braden Fetters down there. Kicks it back out. 34-33 is our game. If you're just now tuning in, it's been a great one. Back and forth this entire time. Yes!
Oh, yes! The big man with the charge.
There it is. How about the Hustle Player of the Year? Braden Fetters taking a huge charge down there.
Man, Braden Fetters always complains about size mattering when it comes to charge calls. Gets it there.
Proving himself wrong. 34-33 and a big defensive play from Braden Fetters. That might be one we look back to. How about that? That's the baseball coach's son, Coach Pass. That's Gunner out there getting the work in. Good work, Gunner.
Is that LeBron James or Gunner Pass?
I know. It's tough to tell the difference. Trying to get it down to Matt Reesing. A lot of contact down there. Can't finish. Braden's going to scramble for it.
Oh,
he gets
what a
the
hustle
offensive
play.
rebound. There's Jack. Yes!
Ooh.
Jack Grayson is on fire tonight. 35-34, and I think Jack might have all their points in this quarter.
St. Henry takes the lead for the first time in the second half.
Whoa! Oh! Jack Grayson kicks the ball up, and he hits our backup camera. How about that?
Well, we're using the huddle camera, so you guys didn't see that, but it totally wiped out our camera here.
We might, if Mr. Z is recording this, we might have to get a replay of that. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. I've never seen a ball.
Another backdoor cut. Caught ball watching again.
I don't think I've ever seen a ball get all the way up here to the broadcast booth. That was great.
Jack Grayson making plays again.
I'm not sure if Mr. Z likes that as much as we did.
Tip ball, but Jack will get the rebound.
Gets it down to Braden.
Oh, no call there.
Where was the call? A lot of contact. Braden's wondering the same thing. He's asking the ref, where was it? What else do I have to do to get a foul down there?
Talking to the ref there.
36-35. Drew Flanagan is in. Jack Grayson taking the seat. He's got 17 on the night. And now Braden will get the foul. Almost got an and one, and he was frustrated. Hit the ground with his hands.
And they took Jack Grayson out. He had takeover on right there.
I know. Crusaders struggle from the free throw line. Hopefully they'll do better on this rim. Misses the first.
Braden.
These are costly free throws that aren't going in.
Blank returns to the game.
Here comes Braden's second free throw. That one's no good. He struggled at the free throw line tonight. That's his second trip where he's missed both of them.
We're gonna need Braden to hit those down the stretch.
Oh, and now they're gonna call a foul on Braden. That'll send Dixie to the free throw line. He doesn't like that. Only his second.
Blank's hit 4 so far in this game.
First of 2 are on the way. That one rattles around before going in.
Good news is that's only Braden's second, so he's not one of the people in foul trouble for this crew team.
Carson Shea playing the majority of this third quarter with 3 fouls. Dixie's almost scrambles for it. Ball's loose.
Great
it's going to
hustle.
be a jump ball. That one's going to stay with Dixie.
Great hustle play by Drew Flanagan.
37-35. Dixie regains possession. They have a chance to make it a 5-point game again. Tough break for the crew. They're calling for gunner pass.
LeBron passes going out there. Man, but costly offensive rebound gives Dixie another shot to make this a 2-possession game.
Finds the open mid-range shot, no good.
Wow.
Same team, Braden corrals the rebound. Now the crew are playing down by 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this third quarter. It's starting to become crunch time. They're swinging it around, trying to get something going.
Crew playing patient.
Flanagan for 3.
Oh, that's
Hits
his
it.
spot.
That's a big 3-point shot from Drew Flanagan. Crew back up by 1. That was huge.
Drew reliable from that 3-point line, especially in that corner.
Ooh, Dixie passes up the open 3. Rhett almost tips it away.
Good
They'll ball
perimeter
out.
D.
Just over a minute and a half left. 38-37. Locked in a tight one here. Crew set up in a 2-3 zone. Swinging it around, the open 3. That one was too deep. Braden picks up yet another rebound. Crew moving the ball.
Drew Flanagan calling for the ball for the skip pass.
Rhett, awkward shot, doesn't go. Braden was set up for a charge there, doesn't get it. 50 seconds, Dixie pulls out. Driving in, no good.
Good
Here
rebound.
come the crew. Rhett's gonna slow it down and bring it up the court. 40 seconds now on the clock. Low scoring game, 38-37. Completely the opposite of what the Holy Cross game was.
Ooh.
Drew with a little bit of a heat check. That would have been a big 3. Holy Cross game ended in a 90-86 score. Neither team has even broken 40 yet. 15 seconds. Dixie's going to get a last second shot. And however this play ends is going to be a huge momentum shift for either team.
Oh!
Drew Flanagan stops the back door. Here comes Rhett. Time dwindling. Goes up.
Let's go count it!
Huge play for Braden Fetters with the tip in. Jumped up, mistimed it on the way down, smacks it like a volleyball. Crew up 40-37 with an exciting play as we head into the fourth quarter. All right, we are back for some fourth quarter action. These last 8 minutes are going to decide which team goes on to play Lloyd on Friday night and which team's season is over. 40-37 is our score. St. Henry with a huge play from Braden Fetters right at the end, tipping it in off of a missed layup by Rhett Ravenscraft in transition to end the quarter. And that was a huge momentum shift. Nathan was just discussing with me how that steal by Drew Flanagan really makes it a 4-point difference.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you stop that open layup, then you turn around and get a 2-point play right at the end. That was huge. And that'll definitely be a play that we look back upon regardless of the score.
So Jack Grayson, still sitting out. Coach Faust choosing to rest him before the nitty-gritty fourth quarter starts.
And, you know, if he has another big fourth quarter like he did in the third, second, and first, he might be chasing his personal record. Cruz swinging it around. They're looking for an open shot, trying to find Matt Reesing down low. Carson's going to drive in, kicks to Drew. Drew with the three.
Another one!
How about Flanagan? He's been hot from out there tonight. 2 for 3 from the three-point line. He just made it a 6-point game. That's huge.
Man, these bench players really stepping up. I love Cam Lemon's energy, and Drew Flanagan has 2 threes already.
2 threes and a steal in this second half for Drew Flanagan. He's been a huge difference maker off the bench in this second half. Cruz still in that 2-3 zone. They're going to give up an open corner shot. Rolls
it runs out.
In and out. And the Crusaders catch another break thanks to the rim. Up by 6, big play. They could really extend the lead here with a bucket. Oh, and they're going to call Drew Flanagan for a push-off. That'll be his 4th foul.
That'll be Carson Shea's 4th.
Oh, wait, are they calling that on Carson? Yep. Yeah, that's big. St. Henry just lost their starting point guard and best defensive player. But look who's checked back in. It's Mr. Grayson. He's chasing down a 20-point performance. He's a 3-pointer away. Matt scramble for the ball
big
down
offensive
low.
rebound.
Bucket for Dixie. Jack fighting his way to the rim. And one! Jack Grayson, but he's clutching his back. Jack Grayson. He's slow to get up, grimacing. But how about Mr. Grayson tonight? That's .19, and he's going to the free throw line for 20. 45-39. That's a big play from Grayson.
Man, that's huge. We saw Jack Grayson. I remember the first scrimmage of the year, he took a tumble like that and messed his wrist up for a couple weeks after that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not as huge as that.
Big free throw for Jack. How about that? 20 points tonight for Jack Grayson, and we've still got 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
A 20 bomb for the big man.
It's a 7-point game.
Crusaders trying to trap wherever they can.
Timeout by Dixie. They're going to try and figure things out as this St. Henry crowd gets up to their feet. 46-39 is our score with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Crusaders have had a huge momentum shift. It's 46-39. Jack Grayson with a 20-piece already. Dixie having to call a timeout. They're trying to figure out their offense. Starters on the court, minus Carson Shea plus Drew Flanagan, and Drew's been big in this second half. A steal and 6 points. No 6 points coming from the three-point line tonight. Dixie passing around, trying to get an open shot. Crusaders are set back up in a man-to-man. I'm sorry, starters are not all on the court besides Drew. Cam Lemon is also checked in, giving Braden a break. Cam Lemon's played well tonight. Doesn't have any points, but he's been good defensively. Doing a lot of stuff that you really don't get any credit for. Having great hedges, great off-ball defense.
Interesting to see Dixie slowing it down.
How about Drew with the second steal of the half?
Marty Fedder's calling for the crew to slow down.
Almost took Rhett's head off with that. They're going to give it to their guy. He's going to drive the baseline and draw a foul. Good job from Jack Grayson.
That puts him 1 away from the bonus. Huge.
2 away.
2 away, yes.
And that's his 4th foul. Still have not seen Carson Shea return to the game. He's got 4 fouls. Played almost the entirety of the 4th quarter of that Holy Cross game with 4 and didn't foul out. So we know he can play without fouling. But it does take away one of his key aspects of his game, which is his aggression on defense. Jack driving in. Spin move to the lane. Looks like he got slapped on that one. Can't finish. Maybe a heat check for Grayson. Brett's going to get a steal.
Bad pass by Dixie.
Matt. Here he comes. Euro step. It's good. Crew up by 9, and they were down by 5 at halftime, outscoring Dixie by 14 in the second half.
Looking to put the Colonels in a coffin.
That was a good call. I like that.
Bars.
Crusaders back in the 2-3. They're swinging it around. Halfway to go. These Crusaders looking to hang on to this lead and close it out. Punch their ticket to the region.
Again, I don't like this move by Dixie. They need to score down 9. They haven't had a lot of turnovers.
That's a 3-pointer. It's good.
Just as I say that, they get a 3-pointer and make it a 6-point game.
Dixie matches it, so it's a 6-point game now, as Nathan said, 48-42. Oh, good move by Matt. He's going to get to the paint, stumbling his way into the paint, still gets a bucket. Coach Faust is going to call a timeout. Crew up by 8 with 3:35 on the clock. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Crusaders are going to exit that timeout to the sound of the Rolling Stones song, Gimme Shelter.
A little bit of a throwback there.
Yeah, 50-42 is our score, 3:35 on the clock. Crusaders in full control here in the 4th quarter.
Even without their star point guard, Ethan Kaiser, the crew playing great defense all night, not letting too many backdoor cuts get them.
You know,
especially in the second half.
You know, Jack Goodwin's money line is 7.5 is looking pretty good right now. Is this an 8-point game? Dixie looking to cut down that lead. St. Henry looking to hold on and even extend it. Here we go. Final 3.5 minutes of play. And like Nathan said, the Crusaders looking to put the nail in the coffin for these Colonels as Rhett Ravenscraft gets yet another steal here in the fourth quarter. St. Henry defense stepping up. And look who's getting ready to check in. Rhett down low. Through contact, no call. He's gripping his eye. Might have gotten pokes. He's having trouble seeing. Jack Grayson, good defense. Blocked by Cam.
What a huge play.
Sidestep, the three. That one's off. Ball's loose, and it gets tipped in. That might have been off of Jack Grayson.
Man, huge block by Cam Lemon, but then he kind of left his feet before the three there.
6-point game. Ooh, almost released that. Job from Rhett to put down a dribble and reset.
Dixie Colonels trying to get any momentum they can from their bench and their crowd.
Two and a half minutes. Flanagan, he's been playing big tonight.
Love the patience from St. Henry.
Finds Cam down low, swings out, Drew for another three. That one won't go. Matt corrals the offensive rebound.
Great board.
Here's Mr. Grayson. Oh, another offensive board. That one's to Rhett. He'll pass up on the open three. 2 minutes left.
Man, these offensive boards are killing the Colonels.
Crusaders taking their time. It's been almost a minute-long possession here with 2 shots and a few offensive rebounds already.
The coach of the Dixie not calling for not fall.
It's too early for that. Minute and a half. Crusaders just running it around, and finally they'll foul Jack Grayson. Still a foul away from the bonus. They're going to try and make the Crusaders run something to get the ball. And I'd imagine that the Crusaders are going to try and run this clock out. Timeout called by Dixie to talk it over. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Just under a minute and a half. 50-44 is our score. The Crusaders doing a great job of running the clock down. That was almost a minute and a half long possession there. A couple shots, a couple of offensive rebounds. Jack Grayson almost set the roof off of this place. Just missed a three. Picked away. Jack Grayson chased down. Almost blocked him off the backboard. It's a 4-point game.
They gotta be protective with the ball now.
Gives it to Matt. Matt's gonna give it to Drew. Finds Jack Grayson down low. And Jack's gonna get fouled, heading to the free throw line, one of their best free throw shooters. That also puts the crew in the bonus. So big free throws coming up from Jack Grayson. He's looking for points 21 and 22 on the night. He's been incredible. Misses the first. Student section putting up magic fingers for Jack. Big free throw. And number 11 sinks it. Timeout from Coach Faust. Coach Faust We're going to stay on the air with 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Nathan, what do you think Coach Faust is discussing with his players right now?
Well, the guys stay patient, and you don't want any threes, definitely not anything from yourselves, but also Dixie. They can't let him just drive and get a quick turnover, so they got to handle this pressure from Dixie well, and they got to play patient defense, get every board they can.
They got to play hands-off defense. You don't want to let any free throws happen right now. Stop the clock and get free points for Dixie. Got to force them to shoot it, but you can't contest too much because you don't want to get the whistle blown.
The biggest thing heading into the 1 minute left, free throws, free throws, free throws.
They've struggled tonight, but in that Holy Cross game, they were immaculate from there.
One might say biblical.
Biblical. Immaculate's a Membean word. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, so my English teacher is tuned in right now. There you go. They're going to employ a press, man-to-man it looks like. Carson Shea is checked back into the game. He's playing with 4 fouls. Drew Flanagan's still in. Good defense from the crew. Almost threw it away. Under a minute left. Crusaders looking to end it here. Dixie's going to drive in. Misses the wide open layup. Drew Flanagan corrals it. Reesing's got it. Finds Grayson. Grayson down low. Easy transition bucket. They're up by 7. Sorry.
They lose the ball. But
quick timeout. And I'm surprised they were allowed to get a timeout. Didn't look like he had full control.
30-second timeout called for the Colonels.
Good timeout call. And that puts Jack Grayson at 23. Great ball movement from the Crusaders. Carson found Matt, and Matt looked straight at Jack Grayson, cutting right to the rim, found the wide open man in an easy bucket. That's exactly what you want. And again, if I'm Coach Faust, I'm telling my players same thing. Congratulating them on a good defensive possession and just telling them the exact same thing.
Free throws.
Don't foul and knock down your free throws. And again, they're looking to put the Colonels in the coffin tonight.
Or if they have another transition possession like that, they just got down the floor too quickly for Dixie to foul.
Yeah.
Which is even better, waste a lot of clock.
So the crew were down by 5, now up by 7. So a great second half performance out of them. It's put them in a good position to win this game. Just over 30 seconds left on the clock. Crusaders now set back up in a 2-3 zone. Trying for the pull-up 3.
Good defense by Flanagan.
A lot of time wasted. Ball's loose. Going up. That one's good. So now it's a 5-point game. They're going to foul Rhett Ravenscraft, and that'll send him to the free throw line for 1-1. So Rhett with a chance to end this one. Here's the part that Coach Faust was likely telling his team in the huddle. Free throws, free throws, free throws.
Ravenscraft only has 10 free throws on the year, but he's an 88% shooter.
He knocks one down here, so make that 11. Here it is. 7-point game, and that might just do it.
Huge free throws by Rhett. We saw that in the Holy Cross game. He's got ice in his veins.
Yeah, Coach Faust is going to call another timeout, give his guys a quick breather again. And again, just keep harking on it. Don't foul, but play good defense, get the board, and knock down your free throws. Let's end this thing. And you know it's going to be a celebration. This is the first time that St. Henry's going to get a chance to play at NKU for the regionals. So my freshman year, which was 2019-2020, just before the pandemic, they got to play at NKU.
They lost to Covcath, I believe.
Yeah, that was a tough game to watch.
In the semifinals.
Yeah. And then sophomore year, so the 2020-2021 season, that was the COVID year, wasn't hosted at NKU. They took it pretty far.
Yeah, they took it to Holmes, and they beat Covcath, but lost to Sam Vincent-led Highlands.
Yeah.
And he's now tearing it up at NKU. So
and then last year didn't make it, got knocked out by Lloyd in the first round of districts. And right now, looks like they're playing the position that Lloyd was in last year, looking to send Dixie home. It's 55-48, a 7-point game. Comfortable lead for the Crew. Not an impossible comeback for Dixie to make, but an improbable one. Ball's going to be inbounded. Good trap. Carson Shea playing tight defense. Dixie's going to drive in. They're going to give up the wide open lane. And now a timeout from Dixie. 5 seconds, no, 5-point game, 7 seconds on the clock. And really a breakaway pass here pretty much ends it. Or free throws. Either one, the game's looking good for the Crew. Jack Goodwin's money line also looking good.
I don't think Dixie fouls here. I think they have to go for the
go for a steal. I think that's their only chance.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for one of the St. Henry players. Break away, throw a touchdown pass
to Matt
across
Reising
half
for a
court.
slam dunk.
That would be nice. That would be nice to cap off this game. Really the standout performer and player of the game, I think, is Jack Grayson.
Yeah.
Dropped 23, came up clutch. I mean, just all around. Great performances. Drew Flanagan off the bench, a couple steals, a couple big threes in the second half. You know, Carson Shea, even though he had to sit the majority of the fourth quarter, his defense has been huge throughout the game. Braden Fetters and Matt Reising, of course, monsters on the board and monsters in the paint. Everyone playing great tonight. And, of course, Rhett Ravenscraft, I think, has picked up 2 or 3 steals, quite a few points as well.
Yeah, big return for him.
Yeah.
We've been saying it for about a month now.
So Jack Grayson's going to inbound, probably looking for Andrew Reese. He's checked in, one of their better shooters. They'll give it to Matt. Matt's going to be quickly fouled with 6.6 seconds on the clock. And he's going to the free throw line to end it. Here's the first. He sinks it. 6-point game, one more will just about do it. There it is, Matt Reising. Takes the shot. Makes both free throws. Time's winding down. Dixie hits the last second three. Doesn't matter, Crusaders are winning. 57-53 is the final score. And the Crusaders have punched their ticket to the region and will meet Lloyd in the district championship to determine their regional seed on Friday. 57-53, a great overall performance. Jack Grayson, the player of the game. I've already sent my partner Nathan Francis down to talk to Coach Faust about getting Mr. Grayson up here for a post-game interview, so don't go anywhere. But you know, he had 23. Like we mentioned, the rest of the starters did great. Drew Flanagan with a great performance off the bench. And you know, down by 5, this is the Crusaders' second straight comeback win. And that is a great sign going into region because you don't always know whether you're going to get a big lead or not going into halftime, and especially against these teams that we mentioned in the pregame show that are likely favorites in the region. They're going to come out firing on all cylinders in the first half. And St. Henry might not always get the first half lead. So it's important for them to be able to make a comeback late in the game. Really kept their composure. Defense stepped up. Trying to get a sign from Nathan whether we're getting Jack up here. All right, so we're going to sign off for just a moment, but don't go anywhere. Jack's going to be up soon for his post-game interview. That'll be about 3 or 4 minutes, so we'll be back in just a moment. All right, Crusader Nation, I'm here with starting forward for the Crew and player of the game, Jack Grayson. Jack, great performance tonight. Did you know you had 23 points?
No, I did not.
Incredible performance. I mean, you were all over the place. Can you tell me a little bit about the mindset going into this game?
Yeah, so just know we needed to speed them up the whole time. We needed to speed up their guards.
Getting some fans.
Yeah, having sped them up, it allowed us to clear out the middle, and I was able to cut through and get a lot of easy layups.
Yeah, so down by 5 at halftime, what's that conversation in the locker room like? I mean, are you guys feeling nervous, or are you confident that you can come out and do what you need to do?
Yeah, I think everyone felt, at least the seniors felt the gravity of the situation. You know? We lose this game, we're done. The game that we've been playing since we were 5, we never get to play.
Yeah, it's over.
Professionally, not professionally.
But at a high level like this.
Again, yeah.
Yeah. So Friday night, Lloyd, what's the game plan? What are we thinking?
Got to stop Israel, man. He's a hell of a player. We just got to keep him in front of us and make him shoot from the outside, tailing him get to the rim.
Yeah. All right. I've been a huge fan for years. I was a former teammate back in middle school.
Yeah, you were.
I do have one quick question for you, just a fun question. Favorite high school basketball memory?
Favorite high school basketball
Yeah, do you have one that kind of pops out?
So there's probably 2. This moment right here might be one of my favorite
That's up there?
high school memories.
Yeah.
And definitely just transy with the team.
Yeah.
Just a fun experience where we get closer together and play a lot of basketball. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jack, thank you for coming up. Great game tonight. We're very proud of you. Got anything to say to the fans?
Go Crew.
Yeah, go Crew. All right, everyone, have a great night, and we'll be back Friday night for the district championship between Lloyd and your St. Henry Crusaders. Go Crew.